creative expression of porn. What's up, guys? It's Alex from Extreme, back with the Jeep. Now the Jeep is bigger and better than ever, and that's because the 37s, the tires that the entire internet thought would be the right size, maybe a little too big, are finally on the Jeep. So the customer loves them, I hope. He hasn't seen it yet, so you guys are probably getting the first sneak peek of the 37s on the WJ. Now this thing is just about finished up. We're on the ground, we're about ready to go test it. We just have to get the rest of the electronics in the trunk set up to go to make them look pretty. So a lot of this episode today is going to kind of focus on what we all got going on in the trunk with getting the subwoofer finished, getting the air compressor mounted up, getting the power inverter mounted up, getting all the different switch control boxes mounted up back there, as well as getting the battery all custom mounted, hidden under in the spare tire compartment, and a couple other cool things. So the winch is working, which you might see a little bit of that, but check this episode out, guys. I think you're gonna like it. All right, so this week a lot of the work was taking place back here in the trunk. Now when we were talking last week about actually having a battery to work with to figure out as far as how much space we had for compartments, we utilized a pre-existing piece that the customer had. We modified it a little bit, so it's an MDF sheet with piano hinge that gives you access down here to the spare tire compartment. Now a lot of people were saying, you know, in some of the past videos why we didn't tuck the tank, but because we didn't tuck the tank, it gave us a perfect little compartment down here to tuck this XP3000 battery from XS Power. Now, if you didn't see the last episode, this battery from XS Power is like the biggest one they make for AGM supplemental batteries. So it's one of those batteries that's designed to be, you know, laid on its side, basically any direction inside, upside, except for upside down. And it's really just going to allow this guy to run all his different electronics. You know, we keep talking about what we're putting in it, but you know, when you're running an air compressor, you know, 6-7 lights, you know, and say 2,000 watts of, you know, or 1,200 watts with the subwoofer, you're probably going to drain the battery pretty quick. So that's why we ended up going with the supplemental battery, fabbed up a little custom battery mount down here for it. Now we definitely have some more work going in down here once we get it all laid out, but knowing now that we have all this extra space, we should still be able to utilize some so the customer, you know, can put a hitch, chains, kind of whatever you would want down here. And then going on this side is going to be the subwoofer box. Now that's proven to be a little more challenging putting it together. And we got it sitting over there. And we'll bring it over, but I didn't want to put it in yet because we still have some more finishing touches. But what we'll be showing you here too in a little bit is on this side, we built a custom rack to hold all the electronics. So we're gonna go see if the fabricator's done putting that together. We're gonna get that test fit and we'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so the rack is in now. We just got done fabbing it up. It's kind of still in its infancy stage as far as how it's all gonna look. There's gonna be some more beauty panels, I guess you could call them, to kind of cover everything up. But to give you an idea of what we all got going on here, so we got a 1500 watt power inverter tucked away on the back side, and that's gonna stick up through a MDF panel and give access to plug any, you know, any needed electronics in that can't run off the vehicle's electrical system. And then we have the ARB twin pump air compressor. It's got a manifold set up above it, and then we got this the VOS switch control assembly here. So basically that's just like a little brain box for the 8-way switch panel that's going to control all the lights, the air lockers, and some of the other different systems we got on the Jeep. So to answer some questions from the last video, since we like to kind of go back through the comments and see what people's thoughts and concerns were, we'll address the fact that the rockers are subpar in the fact that we didn't go all the way. Now that isn't because we didn't want to, we just ran out of time as far as the customer's budget was also concerned. So when it came down to picking and choosing some of the final details and what really needed to get buttoned up, the rockers got put off for a later date. So I know a lot of people are seeing like, why would we do all this work and leave those rockers? Well, sometimes, you know, you hit the top of your budget, and you know, we'll probably bring you a little bit of what that budget was or came out to be at the end of this build, but it got up there. I mean, north of $15,000. So, you know, for the people asking kind of what this all costs, it's just a super labor intensive project. Usually our projects here at the shop are in and out the door in 8 hours, but this one was a long-term build, and the customer was definitely patient, and as well as we were as far as getting some of the different ideas to come together. So again, a little shout out to that customer being patient, getting this build done, and all the people who have been following along all the episodes. You know, we really like to see your guys' support out there. It makes us really want to bring you a badass project when it's all said and done. All right, so we're gonna test the super winch real quick. Maybe pull a fast one on the fabricator since he's over there welding or fabbing something up. We'll test this out and also see if we get a little rise out of him. I was testing the winch. All right, so we want to get your guys' opinion of the light setup on the Jeep. I know we've been talking about it. We use agriculture lights, basically set up for a tractor or a combine. And you know, now that we got the shop lights dimmed down and everything's wired up, you know, we're rocking the 2 floods on the outside, 2 spots in the center, and then floods on the side and 2 floods in the back. And this thing lights up everything. I mean, I'm thinking, you know, whatever issues that he might have with visibility at nighttime, not gonna be a problem anymore, especially using these agriculture, these ACI lights. So, you know, if you're definitely looking for an upgraded light for your Jeep or really any off-road application, don't sleep on them. ACI's got them on sale on their website right now, so make sure you check them out. So we wanted to get everybody's opinion on the tires now. Since it's been such a big thing about this episode as far as having the wrong tires or having it look like a mall crawler, now that we got 37s on here, is it the right rubber to rim ratio? I mean, I think so. You could probably air these down without any problems on the trail. I know some people, or at least I saw one guy comment, you know, that 37s might be a little bit too big off-road. You know, for any of the guys out there that have ran 37s on a beefed up Dana 30, you know, did you have issues? Did they work? I mean, I think 37s were the ticket with this. We really like it, and I hope the customer likes it too. So this thing's definitely wrapping up and turning out to be a pretty cool truck. We really enjoyed building it. Now with the lights all being done, having the whole roll cage, roof rack, all that stuff buttoned down and finished, it really all came together. I mean, it was definitely a lot of little things that have come up along the way that prolonged the build process. But, you know, like they say, they didn't build Rome in a day. And this is kind of like the Mona Lisa of WJs if you stood 20 feet away. And, you know, I mean, you're gonna pick that apart. It's not the Mona Lisa of Jeeps, but it's definitely a badass Jeep. We enjoyed building it. You guys hopefully enjoyed it too. We're gonna be bringing you some really cool projects here in the future, so make sure you like and subscribe our page, extremecustoms.tv. Now, every new episode of the Jeep drops on Thursdays at 7, you know, so check those out when they drop, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the page. Stay tuned for some cool content coming out of Extreme Customs Garage.